Hello, everyone, and welcome to Police Off the Cuff Real Crime Stories. I'm your host, retired NYPD Sergeant Bill Cannon, a 27-year veteran of the NYPD. Good news this morning as this escaped killer, escaped fugitive, escaped shooter of a 1-year-old child is back in custody. That's what we all, of course, wanted to hear. How he escaped. What we know, he freed himself from leg restraints while in a van. He broke free from the officers, and he escaped in a nearby woods by UNC Hospital's Hillsborough. He was wearing a gray T-shirt, brown pants, New Balance sneakers, and he was still handcuffed. We shake our heads when we hear that. Ramone Alston, that's his name, an escaped murderer, was apprehended just before 2 a.m. on Friday, August 16th, 2024, at a hotel on Cloverleaf Parkway in Kannapolis. The operation involved the FBI, Charlotte SWAT agents, Kannapolis Police, and Charlotte Mecklenburg Police, and thankfully, no one was injured during the arrest. Shortly after, a woman named Jacobia Crisp, who was an acquaintance of Alston, was arrested in Alamance County and charged with felony aiding and abetting a fugitive. Alston had escaped from correctional officers on Tuesday morning while being taken to a hospital appointment in Hillsborough. Since his escape, a large number of law enforcement and public safety officials have been actively searching for him. He will face charges for felony escape from prison and will be transferred to a high security unit within the state prison system. Hello, why wasn't he there to begin with? There, he will continue serving his life sentence for first-degree murder and will await court proceedings regarding his escape charges. The investigation is ongoing to track his movements since the escape and identify any accomplices and determine if he committed any other crimes while evading capture. You know, these cases are so dangerous because these people are in prison for a reason, obviously. They're in prison because, in this case, he shot a 1-year-old baby in 2015. And although that baby wasn't the intended target, randomly shot. And, a bullet has no one's name on it particularly. It can hit anybody. And it killed a 1-year-old baby. So this guy is a dangerous, dangerous individual. And getting him off the street was just absolutely imperative. And they did a good job. They did do that. He's off the street. And I guess everyone in that area can rest a little bit more soundly because he's off the street. Apparently, he is quite a dangerous individual. Let me play this from the local news.
Law enforcement has caught the convicted killer who escaped earlier this week. Just before 2 this morning, officials say Ramone Alston was arrested at a hotel over in Kannapolis.
He was taken into custody in an operation that included FBI Charlotte SWAT agents, Kannapolis Police, and Charlotte Mecklenburg Police. He's been on the run since Tuesday after escaping from a prison transport in Orange County. Shortly after Alston's arrest, a female acquaintance was also taken into custody in Alamance County and charged with felony aiding and abetting a fugitive.
Alston will be charged with felony escape from prison and is being taken to a high security unit. There, he'll resume serving his life sentence for first-degree murder and await court appearances for escape charges. This is a developing story. We'll let you know when we learn more.
So that was the news report on that, the local news. There we go. I'm sorry. So that was a quick little report in fact that he was apprehended just before 2 a.m. in the morning. Just, we're all extremely happy about that. The investigation now will continue. Who helped him? He certainly had help. Was it an inside job? Apparently a girlfriend is under arrest for aiding and abetting his escape. We don't know exactly what that means at this point. But yesterday I put this up on the screen. This was a timeline of Alston's escape. At 3:56 a.m., he was transported from Blue Housing at Birdie Correctional Institute to intake. At 4:07 a.m., Alston secured and placed in the NC Department of Adult Correction transport vehicle. It was a Chevy Traverse, which subsequently departed for UNC Hospital's Hillsborough campus. At 6:50 a.m., the transport vehicle arrived at the healthcare facility and was given instructions for getting Alston to his appointment. At 6:59 a.m., transport vehicle driven to the back of the building. Deputies prepared to open the door and escort Alston to his appointment. 7 a.m., Alston bursts out of the Department of Corrections SUV and takes off running. 7:01 a.m., command notified of the escape. That whole thing, he bursts out of the SUV. Why was he allowed to burst out of the SUV? And why would you pull a van up, not in an enclosed area that's gated, so that he can't escape? I think the correctional operations, the correctional procedures, i.e. dropping off a prisoner at a hospital to be treated, has to be reviewed. I think you have to re-look at it and say, maybe we need to do something a little bit differently. When a murderer can burst out of a prisoner van, handcuffed, and run and beat out all the alleged correction officers that are waiting to receive him to take him into the hospital. And also, maybe when you do have these vans pull up, you should have in-shape correction officers that can run, because obviously they need to chase these guys. And maybe no one was in shape to chase this dude.
Convicted murderer who escaped custody has been caught in Kannapolis. Ramone Alston escaped from custody Tuesday morning while being taken into a hospital in Hillsborough to receive medical treatment. He somehow managed to get his leg restraints off and ran away. In 2018, Alston was sentenced to life in prison for a murder of a 1-year-old baby back in 2015. Alston was captured around 2 this morning at a hotel in Kannapolis and taken back to prison. He will be charged with felony escape from prison. Jacobia Crisp was arrested in Alamance County and charged with felony aiding and abetting a fugitive.
So his girlfriend was arrested for aiding and abetting him and helping him escape. So very good outcome to this, and the reason I get a little stressed out over this is because I covered this case, and many of you watched and listened to it. And he was a prisoner from Texas who was serving life. His name was Gonzalo Lopez. And all the correctional officers and executives and politicians all convinced everyone in the community, you have nothing to worry about. He's fled the jurisdiction. And a few days later, he killed a family of 5, murdered a family of 5. And fugitive apprehension filled him with lead, which he needed to die. And they gave him his wish. He tried to shoot it out with him. And you don't shoot it out with fugitive enforcement, because you will absolutely lose. So again, a happy ending to this caper, this little case, this little escape by this man. Search for escape baby killer. It enters day 3, but it ended in day 3 also, because Ramone Alston was apprehended, and here he has his own little wanted poster. It's like a baseball card. You can collect them, and he is going back to prison where he belongs, and we're glad to see that. Folks, if you're not subscribed to us, hit that subscribe button on the screen. This is Police Off the Cuff, Real Crime Stories. I wanted to bring you that little update again. I love putting this picture up on the screen. Apprehended. Yes, he's going back to the hotel prison for the rest of his life. And we are all happy about that. I'm Bill Cannon from Police Off the Cuff. Have a great day, everyone. God bless.
One episode just ain't enough.